This is from
You can use that speaker.
Oh my god, you don't have to listen to me breathe.
Well, thank you. Luckily, I'm loud enough that I have to get away from that thing. Yeah. Michaela, you come over to me. Thank you. Down there gets colored well enough with the speaker. It's down here.
Oh, wonderful. I get to hear the sound of my voice again.
Oh, yeah.
I always love that. Sure. The whole meeting. I'm here. I'm ecstatic that you come. No, I'm just wonderful. I love them.
What's not going to be saying? We're working on getting you a plaque. I realize you're doing these things. Yes. Meeting to order. All right, new senators, please stand and raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state name.
I, Kaylee Powers,
Do solemnly swear that I will,
do solemnly swear that I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
fulfill the duties and responsibilities
fulfill the duties and responsibilities
of state position,
of state positions,
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
uphold and follow the policies
uphold and follow the policies
of Student Senate
of Student Senate,
and the Student Association Constitution.
the Student Association Constitution.
Congratulations and welcome to Student Senate. What's your roll call?
Senator Aponte,
Here.
Senator Amaya,
Here.
Senator Arias,
Here.
Senator Boateng. Sorry if I said that wrong. How do we pronounce it? Boateng. Senator Bundy,
Here.
Senator Burns,
Here.
Senator Cloutier,
Here.
Senator Cody,
Here.
Senator DeJesus.
Here.
I apologize if I pronounced this one wrong too. Senator DeJokoto. Senator Goyette.
Here.
Senator Hunt.
Present.
Senator Kaufman.
Here.
Senator Kelly.
Here.
Senator Mank.
Here.
Senator Powers.
Here.
Senator Sayre.
Here.
Senator Walker.
Here.
Senator Walton.
Here.
Senator Van Zant.
Here.
Chairperson Barrett Miller.
Present.
Chairperson Marshall.
Here.
Chairperson Peralt.
Present.
Chairperson Stichter.
Here.
Vice President Riley.
Present.
And President Alvord.
Present. All right, at this time, I motion to appoint Senator Camden Kaufman as the legislative chair for the 2023-2024 term.
Second.
All right, so to explain the decision, we had the interview with Senator Kaufman last week, and I was really impressed with the interviews and the things he said. I think are very exciting for the future of Student Senate. The one thing I really appreciated about Senator Kaufman is he initially wanted to be on the legislative committee, but I asked him to be on the finance because we needed, we needed someone to just one of the committee roles for that. And he did, he stepped outside of his comfort zone and worked very hard on the finance committee. And I'm just super excited for, his work in this role. One thing he said he's passionate about is, properly interpreting our Constitution and looking at filling in, some of our loopholes in our Constitution with bylaws and amendments where needed. So I'm super excited about this. Does anybody have anything to say about this appointment? Vice President.
I have a few words to say. In the process of searching for a successor for the legislative committee, I could not have been more thrilled to see Senator Kaufman's name appear. In a short time, he has been a standout in his outreach. And as the Senate considers his nomination, I find it important to point out that he demonstrates a strong skill set in maintaining stability of student senate and upholding the bylaws and principles by which we govern for the Senate and for the students of the student senate. I have no doubt that he is going to transform this institution for the better, and I'm excited to work with him on future projects. I know he will always make decisions that he will make the decisions that everyone can always make, and run this committee with the integrity that it deserves and needs. I hold
Any other questions or anybody have anything to say about Senator Kaufman? All right, one thing I want to say before we move into a roll call vote for all of our new senators. So we are going to move into a roll call vote, and each of your names is going to be called, and you vote yes, no, you can abstain, not vote in this, or you could pass. You can go down if you don't want to vote at this time, you can pass, and once the list runs through, you will have your chance to vote. You all vote on this appointment. The way this process works is that I make a nomination and you all confirm. Does anybody have any questions? All right, with the discussion naturally expiring, we will now move to a roll call vote.
Senator Aponte,
Yes.
Senator Amaya,
Yes.
Senator Arias,
Yes.
Senator Watson,
Yes.
Senator Bundy,
Yes.
Senator Burns,
Yes.
Senator Kluger,
Yes.
Senator Cody,
Yes.
Senator DeJesus.
Yes.
Senator Dokato,
Yes.
Senator Goyette,
Yes.
Senator Hunt,
Yes.
Senator Kaufman,
Abstain.
Senator Kelly,
Yes.
Senator May,
Yes.
Senator Powers,
Yes.
Senator Sayre,
Yes.
Senator Walker,
Yes.
Senator Walton,
Yes.
Senator Van Zandt, Chairperson Marshall,
Yes.
Vice President Riley,
Yes.
and President Alvord.
Yes.
22 yes, 0 no, and 1 abstention.
With 22 yes votes, no votes, and 1 abstention, motion passes. From the front of the room. When ready, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state name,
I, Cameron Kaufman,
do solemnly swear that I will,
do solemnly swear that I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
fulfill the duties and responsibilities
fulfill the duties and responsibilities
of legislative chairperson,
of legislative chairperson,
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
uphold and follow
uphold and follow
the policies of Student Senate
the policies of Student Senate
and the Student Association Constitution.
and the Student Association Constitution.
Congratulations. Can you take your seat up? All right, welcome everyone. We got some first logistics out. I want to vote for positions are filled. We still unfortunately have a vacancy in the College of Pharmacy and class of 2026, but we'll find ways to get their voices brought at the table. And I'm super excited to have many senators in the room now. I feel like, with all of the adequately represented, then we'll hear most voices at the table. Do you want to- and I joined my I'm still learning them now. Outings and stuff like that, so we all get to know each other and learn the role. All right. Getting on with the business, move to acceptance of the minutes. Motion to accept the minutes from the 9/12 meeting. Are there any? So these are the minutes from not last meeting, but the meeting before. Just a reminder, the reason we're doing it now is we're waiting on a statement which for display. So we'll move into a voice vote. Those in favor? Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion passes, minutes accepted. Motion to accept the minutes from the 9/19/2023 meeting. Are there any additions, deletions, or revisions? All right, move to a voice vote. All in favor? Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion passes. All right, perfect. Minutes have been accepted. Moving into new and existing business. So the first thing on the agenda today was Sarah Butterworth speaking, which is enforcing of public sales. Will be in about and how she's used as a resource. So please come prepared with questions to ask her. I think it's a very important thing for us all to know that process, and just to make sure we know who she is and what her office is. Our Management Association application.
Time I take the motion that is accepted. Management.
Discussion on this topic.
And station. Elizabeth, Management Association is a previously existing club on the campus and at one point one of the largest memberships on campus. It went away shortly before COVID, but due to the demand of the major and general need on campus for a place to inspire leadership and connection, we decided to restart it. We hope to build connections between students from all major concentrations and backgrounds, alumni and staff to build a community on campus. We already held a successful networking event last semester in collaboration with several college of business clubs and plan to continue to hold such events this semester and next. We want to especially note that our club is open to all students and we welcome diverse major concentrations for more interesting conversation and discussion. We look forward to seeing some of your faces at our networking events in the future.
Are there any questions or comments on this topic? No. All right, with the discussion naturally expiring, we will move into a hand vote. So this is the first time of the term using a hand vote. Yes, no, abstain. Raise your hand, the secretary will count and report the results. So those in favor, raise your hands high.
Yes.
Those opposed? With yes votes, 0 no votes, and 0 abstentions, motion passes. Okay, move to budget activation for Management Association. Oh, next week, I'm sorry, that'll be next week. I'll move to level D budget approval, starting with Warp Gaming.
At this time, I would like to make the recommendation that Warp Gaming receive an allocation of $11,062.
So moved. Second.
All right, we will now move into a 5-minute discussion on this topic.
Alright, so I asked that the representative from work gaming come up and I will put the budget for you.
So I know some of the senators are like, we already know this guy, but for the new senators, my name is Kayla Hunt. I am the treasurer of Fort Gaming. So we are asking for definitely a lot bigger budget than we did last year. For those who last year we just moved up to level D. So this will be our first like year that we have a full level D budget. So I'm gonna start things off first with one of our big events that's it's usually the annual like semester thing, Nerd Day. So Nerd Day, we do provide food because this is an 11-hour event. So we are doing a 2 system food where we serve breakfast and we serve dinner. And then also each subsection also gets a budget for like prizes for their tournaments. So like for example, Minecraft has their building competition and they have a prize for whoever wins. Handheld does Mario Party, Mario Kart. Smash does their ultimate bracket. Cards has their draft. PC Land, they usually run like their own little tournament. There's a prize for that. Tabletop usually runs Warhammer. So large raffle prize is 500 this year. This is just because we want to do something that's not a Switch for a prize. So we are thinking more like Xbox or PS5. Small raffle prizes. Again, we want to have a couple more things because this is one of our bigger events. And marketing is $20. The reason why it's $20 is usually for this would only be for posters. Let's scroll down for this. All right. Next event that we need budgeting for. This is my favorite event that I'm running, Mario Party. So food is gonna be $7.50. The reason we want snacks, I'm actually gonna meet with Aramark on Thursday because we're going with Mario themed snacks. Marketing is $20. There's gonna be insanely a lot of marketing for this event. I am planning a lot of this. Price points is $7.50. The reason why it's so high is because I already put a list together and I kind of did all the calculations already. So that's why it's so high. Cost of run and setup is $1,500. This is because we're doing really everything's gonna be like everything's physical, like hands on. So there's like we're getting real coins, we're getting like giant dice for each map is also gonna get like their own decorations that they are gonna buy. They're also gonna be setups for like the main lobby areas, all that fun stuff. And then lastly for this event is Mario Party shirts. I've already let Sam know about this, but we are currently trying to get Mario Party shirts for this event. I designed them myself and they are really nice. So yeah, that's Mario Party. And then lastly for this semester is a spooky game event. Setup 500, food is 500. This is just more of this will be like more like a special general meeting event, but we so considering it as an event. Basically, it's more we're trying to do like Halloween themed games. This would be on Halloween weekend. And then lastly would be price points 150 because we were gonna have a costume contest for this. And also like a little raffle for people coming in. All right, so now I'm over to training. So again, there's it's more of subsection prizes, raffle prizes, marketing, food, all that. So attendance raffle gift cards. So this will be people who like do attend to our general meetings. This will be like it's gift cards for like if you sign your name down, you get put into a raffle at the end of the semester. And then game night. For those who are new, work we usually run a late night game night event, but sadly it never happened last year. So parking is 20, price funds to be 100, cost run setups 200. This is just a very simple event to do. Wait a minute. Oh, and equipment and new maintenance. Technology is 500. This is just more if the subsections just need anything from us. They need like a new game, just board game or anything that we can get through this budget. And then Minecraft server is this is how our subsection Minecraft actually keeps this money, just because we go through reimbursement because we have to buy it at the beginning of the semester. And they get reimbursed for this provide for about 3 months for the semester. And then lastly, name tags is $32. We're trying to get new name tags because currently I have the one right here. And this is old because it's square, it's rectangular, and it says just treasure on it. So I think it's
Excuse me for a second. Motion to allocate 5 more minutes to discussion.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Those abstaining? Motion passes 5 more minutes. I can continue.
okay. So yeah, that's why we want to get new name tags. The reason 32 is this would just be for the Amy board only. Okay, yeah, I heard that's all I have. Yeah, that's all I have for this.
All right, thank you. Any comments from the finance chair?
Yeah, as Senator Hunt, aka Caitlin mentioned, this is an increase from their ask last year, but given that they, applied for level D last year, and pretty much only had it for a semester, we do feel that this is the first fair, year one level D ask. And then also like if the event Mario Party goes well, most of the event items that are being purchased for that is stuff that could be reused in the future, so we feel confident about that as well.
Thank you. All right, any questions, comments, or concerns about this budget? We'll go Senator Walton and Vice President.
How much did they allocate last year? And what does level D mean?
Senator Hunt, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe last year your level D allocation was around 5,500.
Yeah, I think it was like around 5,500, if I remember, because it was only like a 1 semester thing. Not even like it was like a half semester.
Right, and then they also did still have their 1,500 from the level C allocation, which they used in the fall. As far as what a level D is, if anyone on my committee wants to jump in as well after I explain, please feel free to do so. There's technically nothing set in stone that defines a level D. It's honestly a combination of multiple things. I think membership is one. So throughout the course of a club's life, as they keep gaining more and more members, eventually they're going to need more funding since they have more members. Yeah, I don't know if anyone on my committee.
Yeah, I can jump in.
Senator Mank and then.
A big thing also is it includes everybody on campus. And so like Fourth Gaming, anybody can go to it. It's not just group members or just whoever like is super involved in gaming. Like if you're in the campus center, you can attend them.
Yep, Senator Bundy.
So basically, level D, there's 4 levels to a club. You can be level A, B, C, or D. You get typically more money the higher up you go. A is the lowest and D is the highest. And once you reach level D, you basically have a budget that you make and bring to the committee. Versus if you're level A, then you typically have a set amount. I think it's 250. Versus being level D, you have the ability to make your budget and get that approved by the student center.
Senator Cal.
How's the turnout for this event for both semesters?
Usually we get a very good turnout. We just had a retro game day and we had 30 people come to our event. And again, this was a non-profitable event. It was more of we actually brought our games in. So we usually get a very good turnout, especially for like Nerd Day. We get about 100 people for turnouts for Nerd Day.
Vice President Riley.
I did have a quick question. It was kind of briefly commented in your presentation, but I just saw that, under the notes for a lot of the prices for things like food event stuff. Basically kind of unsure, so I'm a little bit uncomfortable like going and through approving those kind of prices. So Jefferson, can you kind of explain your rationale for accepting those?
Yeah, so obviously I saw those as well during the budget hearing. And in my discussion with Senator Hunt, he felt confident, maybe not necessarily where exactly they're going to order the food from. So like they know what they want to get, they're just not sure exact items, if that makes sense. So that was the part that they were still going to figure out like what exact food items they wanted.
Yes, Senator Hunt.
And to top off that comment, I am meeting with Aramark on Thursday, with discussion with food. The reason is just so because and Aramark have already talked already, and they want to do like a Mario themed food. So we're going to discuss with the food area on Thursday about that.
All right, we have 1 minute left. Are there any questions or comments or concerns about this budget? All right, the discussion naturally expiring, we'll now move to a roll call vote.
Senator Aponte,
Yes.
Senator Amaya,
Yes.
Senator Arias,
Yes.
Senator Blessing,
Yes.
Senator Bundy,
Yes.
Senator Burns,
Yes.
Senator Cloutier,
Yes.
Senator Cody,
Yes.
Senator DeJesus.
Yes.
Senator DeJokiso, Senator Goyette,
Yes.
Senator Hunt,
Abstain.
Senator Kelly,
Yes.
Senator Mank,
Yes.
Senator Powers,
Yes.
Senator Sayer,
Yes.
Senator Walker,
Yes.
Senator Walton,
Abstain.
Senator Van Zant,
Yes.
Senator or Chairperson Kaufman,
Yes.
Chairperson Marshall,
Yes.
Vice President Riley,
Same.
and President Alvord.
Yes.
20 yes, 0 no, 3 abstentions.
With 20 yes votes, 0 no votes, and 3 abstentions, motion passes. All right, move to the Westerner level D budget.
At this time, I would like to make the recommendation that the Westerner receive an allocation of $17,608.
Second.
All right, we'll now move into a 5-minute discussion on this topic.
So, this Cole Strelacki, I'm the editor in chief for. Briefly go over. I would say, reason that's the case is because we missed out on most of the first semester of publishing a paper because they had issues that prevented us from doing so. This year, since we're fully staffed and ready to write articles for the entire year. Produce the two for the entire year, which would be 6 per semester. But those papers cost approximately, hold on, I have, the price that's up there is wrong, but the exact price is like $593 per newspaper. For like, the total amount of newspapers we print each edition, and then it's $45 to get those delivered to our office. So having that for 12 full editions for the entire year ends up actually making the total price like $7,656 in total. So that alone is already a good portion of where the budget's going to. Other than that, we have a lot of subscriptions to different programs we use to either make the paper or edit articles and make sure that they're readable and that there are no grammatical errors. Alongside that, we also contribute to many old media events and also tend to donate some money to spring events at the end of the second semester. And then after all of those, the only thing that's really left that we have are things such as just apparel and supplies that we want to buy for club expos or for our members, and then name tags for the keyboard. The other thing I do want to add is programming wise, we are trying to figure out putting together a program for the spring semester. We don't have an official idea of that. We at least like to try now that we're more in the beginning semester, we have time to plan this year. But yeah, other than that, that's where our money is going for.
All right, thank you. Anything from the finance chair?
Yes, so as the rep mentioned, this is a slight increase from last year's ask. And solely due to the fact that they were planning on doing multiple papers this year, which is something that the finance committee was kind of in unanimous agreement with, given that they weren't really allowed to do that last year. And just to clarify, my recommendation is different than the total that's listed up there. After the budget request hearing, I received an email from the treasurer informing me of the updated price that you all just heard from the representative, which is the 7,656. Additionally, the name tag cost up there, I believe it says $100. We were able to work with Sam Duffick and Student Involvement to get the name tags at $8 a piece, and since there's 4 of them, it's 32. So to make up for the increased cost in paper, our recommendation includes, we informed the treasurer that with that spring outing they were talking about, but not certain with yet, we actually just remove that from now. And when it comes time for that, if that's something that the Westerner would still like to do, we ask them to come back to us and we work with them for additional allocation.
Any questions or comments on this budget? All right, with the discussion naturally expiring, we will now move to a roll call vote.
Senator Aponte,
Yes.
Senator Amaya,
Yes.
Senator Arias,
Yes.
Senator Boateng,
Yes.
Senator Bundy,
Yes.
Senator Burns,
Yes.
Senator Cloutier,
Yes.
Senator Cody,
Yes.
Senator DeJesus,
Yes.
Senator DeJokato, Senator Goyette,
Yes.
Senator Hunt,
Yes.
Senator Kelly,
Yes.
Senator Mank,
Yes.
Senator Powers,
Yes.
Senator Sayer,
Yes.
Senator Walker,
Yes.
Senator Walton,
Yes.
Senator Van Zant,
Yes.
Chairperson Kaufman,
Yes.
Chairperson Marshall,
Yes.
Vice President Riley,
Yes.
and President Alvord.
Yes.
22 yes, 0 no, 1 abstention.
With 22 yes votes, 0 no votes, 1 abstention, motion passes. Move to care budget.
This time, I would like to make the recommendation that CARE receive an allocation of $3,200.
So moved.
Second.
All right, we'll now move to a 5-minute discussion on this topic.
Hello, everybody. My name is Elizabeth. $3,000, which is the same as last year. Our board is completely new and we also have a new advisor. And so we thought it was best that we just continue with the same allocation since we are still trying to figure out this and we're recently had our first, there's a lot of interest. And so we're looking for just and the first one is first part. Again, the office for each. Gazebo, to learn more about the large opportunities that are out there that are outside of care. Our society, specifically daffodils, because those are associated with cancer prevention. And possibly like professionals. These were just but if I'm really keen on an idea, I've also been contacted by a lot of outside organizations, including the senior center for decorating through the parties that they have at the senior center, and then also the child life division of Bay State Health, that is for children with lifelong illnesses. For our revenues and revenue federal will be donated to a pre-identified organization. Because care isn't for profit, we're really to benefit everybody else, and so all revenues will go for.
Panelists, please, I want to commend all the work that you are doing with your new eBooks. I know that CARE kind of phased out last semester, and you're building it from the ground up with a new advisor. And I think this is a very important club, so I commend all the work you do. Thank you. All right, and any comments from the finance chair?
Yeah, I mean, certainly the finance committee was very happy to see that CARE was back this year. And given that this is the same ask as what they asked for last year, we feel very confident with it.
All right, any questions, comments, or concerns about this budget? All right, we'll move to a roll call vote.
Senator Aponte,
Yes.
Senator Amaya,
Yes.
Senator Arias.
Yes.
Senator Boateng,
Yes.
Senator Bundy,
Yes.
Senator Burns,
Yes.
Senator Clear,
Yes.
Senator Cody.
Yes.
Senator Jesus,
Yes.
Senator Joe Patel.
Yes.
Senator Goyette,
Yes.
Senator Hunt,
Yes.
Senator Kelly,
Yes.
Senator Mink,
Yes.
Senator Powers,
Yes.
Senator Sayer,
Yes.
Senator Walker,
Yes.
Senator Walton,
Yes.
Senator Van Zandt,
Yes.
Chairperson Kaufman,
Yes.
Chairperson Marshall,
Yes.
Vice President Riley,
Yes.
and President Alvord.
Yes.
23-0-0.
23 yes votes, 0 no votes, 0 abstentions, motion passes. Move to DBTV.
I'll just make the recommendation that GVTV receive an allocation of $13,915.
So moved.
Second.
Second. All right, we'll now move into a 5-minute discussion on this topic.
Hello, everyone. My name is Doug Farley, and I'm the Finance Director for DBTV. So just to start things off, the budget is a little bigger than a normal budget would be. Just because we're we post a lot of things and a lot of events out. So starting off with our recurring expenses, we have our final budget in our audio subscription. We use those mainly for editing videos that we film for other candidates for our own club. Posted on our Instagram and other videos as well. So that comes out to about 50 their yearly subscriptions. Our events for this year, we have GRS.com. That is normally our biggest event on campus. That is our biggest event, and it costs the most because of our entity or our comedian that can host the whole event because it costs the most. We're hoping to get the same one this year. And it's also just food, advertising, decorations, that kind of thing. And then Gold Media Collab events, that includes the 100 hallway figure for CAP for the content, the Halloween event. Putting up that, we're actually running the whole 100 hallway, so we have the That's that kind of thing. And then we also have our Bold Media Festival, which is a different event at the end of the year. That is just all of the Bold Media events. Bold Media clubs come together and then we host the after party for after the awards. So get decorations, food, with that as well. Our new technology that is actually taken out of our budget, but normally we would ask for 5,500, just for new cameras and maintenance. But that is been taken out. And then we just have marketing, so that's posters for all of our different events, club meetings. And then we also have office supplies, pens, markers, paper, that. And then we also get name tags this year, so $40 for those as well. And then we're hoping to get more GBT crew hats. Those are very popular in our club last year. So that all comes out to around 8,865. And then so we do haven't updated it up here on yet because we've taken out the new equipment. The budget is a lot lower than it is on here, so that would be what we're all saying. 13,000.
All right, thank you. All right, anything from the finance?
Yeah, again, this is a slightly higher ask than last year. But given that everything that was presented to us in the events that they're planning on putting on again, we feel confident and also happy with the fact that GBTV is trying to do even more this year to get out there.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments on this budget? Yes, Chairperson Morse.
I just want to say that GBTV does a great job of collaborating with a lot of clubs on campus. They are always supporting a lot of the fine arts clubs, especially, which is very helpful. They've done a lot for Senate recently, so I'm just always very appreciative of GBTV, and I think that they deserve the recommended amount.
Thank you. All right, any other questions or comments on this budget? All right, we'll move into a roll call vote.
Senator Aponte,
Yes.
Senator Amaya,
Yes.
Senator Arias,
Yes.
Senator Boateng,
Yes.
Senator Bundy.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, this is so slow. Senator Burns,
Yes.
Senator Cloutier,
Yes.
Senator Cody.
Yes.
Senator DeJesus.
Yes.
Senator DeJoe. Senator Goyette.
Yes.
Senator Hunt.
Abstain.
Senator Kelly.
Yes.
Senator Mank.
Yes.
Senator Powers.
Yes.
Senator Sayre.
Yes.
Senator Walker.
Yes.
Senator Walton.
Yes.
Senator Van Zandt. Chairperson Kaufman.
Yes.
Chairperson Marshall.
Yes.
Vice President Riley.
Yes.
And President Alvord.
Yes.
Uh, 22-01.
22 yes votes, 0 no votes, 1 abstention, motion passed. There's one more thing for GBTV.
Yes, at this time, I would like to make the recommendation that GBTV receive a reserve allocation of $5,500.
Second.
All right, we'll now move into a 5-minute discussion on this topic. And I'll hand it to Chairperson Pearl.
So as GBTV's treasurer just mentioned, the $5,500 for their new equipment was taken out of their budget. That was the recommendation of the Finance Committee. But when we were talking about it, and the reason why we decided to do this is because we thought that this technology equipment met the requirements for a reserve project, if you like reserve funding, if you will. Not only, like Chairperson Marshall mentioned, GBTV has done a lot, not only for Senate, but also just for all other clubs and organizations on campus. If any club or organization wants, they can always reach out to GBTV and ask them to film content for their club, and they can upload that. Or if a student wanted to reach out to GBTV and ask, like, hey, can I help filming something for my project in school? Like, they would do that as well. So we believe that this fully benefits all undergrad students and that it kind of extends just beyond the scope of GBTV and its members. So that's why I'm recommending that we cover the cost of the new equipment and the cameras with this reserve allocation.
Thank you. One thing I want to add about the reserve account for all the new senators. So we have two accounts that we pull from. We have our general operating account and our reserve account. We only pull from the reserve account if it meets two criteria. The first being that it benefits the entire student body, and the second that it funds a benefit that will last for multiple years. It's not just a one-time thing. So if we were to take on this cost for this year, it would last for many years, which is one of the reasons why we use this term. Are there any questions or comments on this? So we'll go to Chairperson Marcel and then Senator and then Vice President.
Just point of clarification, could you repeat what the amount was?
Yes, $5,500.
Senator.
So a little like description about it. So last year we were planning on ordering cameras, and they do cost a bit. Because we mainly are trying to go out of Canon, and they're like, we're getting really new upgraded cameras too. But yeah, a lot of it's just coming from new technology and coming from the treasurer last year. It was definitely like, we definitely wanted this to happen, especially since for this coming year, since we are doing a lot, we definitely want to use new cameras because this would definitely benefit for all of us.
Thank you. And then
Yeah, that you kind of answered my question. I was gonna ask if it was like a matter of just updating equipment or if it was just like your equipment was outdated and you needed like replacements and stuff like that. But you kind of answered that already, so.
all right, other questions or comments on this? All right, we'll now move to a roll call vote.
Senator Aponte,
Yes, I just picked my least favorite. I'm sorry.
Senator Aponte,
Yes.
Senator Amaya,
Yes.
Senator Arias,
Yes.
Senator Boateng,
Yes.
Senator Bundy,
Yes.
Senator Burns,
Yes.
Senator Cloutier,
Yes.
Senator Cody,
Yes.
Senator DeJesus, Senator DeJoto, Senator Goyette,
Yes.
Senator Hunt,
Abstain.
Senator Kelly,
Yes.
Senator Mank,
Yes.
Senator Powers,
Yes.
Senator Sayer, Senator Walker,
Yes.
Senator Walton,
Yes.
Senator Van Zant,
Yes.
Chairperson Kaufman,
Yes.
Chairperson Marcel,
Yes.
Vice President Riley,
Yes.
and President Alvord,
Yes.
2201.
With 22 yes votes, 0 no votes, 1 abstention, motion passes. All right, we'll now move into athletic equipment reserve project. Before we start this discussion, I just want to preface that this is a larger scale reserve project we are going to be discussing. So just keep it in the back of your mind. I would like to have a comprehensive discussion on this. So we'll move into 10 minutes to this item, and I'll hand it over to whomever would like to take this.
At this time, I would like to make the recommendation that the athletic equipment reserve project receive a reserve allocation of $87,924.64.
Second.
Second.
All right, as I said, we'll move into a 10-minute discussion on this topic.
So I would ask that our athletic rep and Senator Amy Burns join me. And we'll pull up.
Everyone, for you people who don't know me, I'm Emily Burns, one of the athletic representatives. I have another one now, which is very exciting. I'm just kind of gonna go through all the equipment that we are requesting for those of you who are familiar maybe with some athletic equipment or legal equipment. You'll see that a lot of this is honestly just all the basics, the foundation of what builds our weight room. So right off the bat, we have X bars. They are what we use deadlifting for, so every athlete will use those. We have 5 of those for any odd number of equipment for any even number. We're splitting right down the middle. It's going varsity and general weight room, so it's going to both athletes and like non-athletes on the campus. For the numbers that are odd, it's really just gonna go to when the time comes, which equipment is in worse, better shape. So for the Olympic bars, we have 20 of those revolve almost every game that you can do with any sets of, sorry, when it's paired with any sets of like barbells or, hold on, you wanna read that, I'm sorry. So for all of these barbells, they're paired with all of these, the huge racks that we're requesting 20 of those because we do have some that are in good shape already. But all of the ones that we have right now are all rusted, so we're replacing all of them and those are going to be split 10 and 10. Moving back up, we have the Prowler sleds, which you can actually put weights on and those are used for athletes to push around. We're asking for 50 jump ropes. 4 of the racks, like I said, that's where all of our weights go on. We have about 6 of them now. I'd say about 2 of them are in great condition. We're gonna not even okay condition, so we're gonna be replacing 4 of them. We're gonna be asking for 19 of the benches because we can use those without the racks at all. They can be movable. But we're gonna put them down the middle for both varsity and general weight room. You can use those for anything and everything. So we're gonna be asking for more of those. Some of these are the basics that you need to go along with any of the racks, the screws and the hooks. And then if you're familiar with these are dumbbells. So we're requesting 4 pairs for some of the smaller sizes. So with like weights up to like 5 pounds to around, sorry, this is really touchy. 40 pounds. 45. We're going all the way up to 100, but we're requesting 4 sets up until 70. So some of the lower weights, but then we're going up to 2 pairs from 75 to 100. And then we're only requesting 1 rack to hold it all because a lot of the other racks are completely fine and in good condition. We are asking for 2 dynamic ultra pro cable columns. We already have 1 actually in the general weight room and not in the varsity. So we're gonna split that up and it's really cool because the varsity hasn't even had stuff like that. So that's a whole different type of dynamic that we can use. Same with the wall mounted rig. General actually has that and varsity doesn't. And so we're asking for 1 of that for varsity. And then we have some of these type, I'm not entirely sure. We're asking for 5 of these. Oh, sorry. We're asking for 5 of these. We're gonna split that up, 3 in the varsity, 2 in the general. General has more of these right now. And then these are the hooks that keep all of the weights onto the bars. Sorry, I know that was a lot, but if anybody has any questions, please feel free. We're getting all of this from Gronk Fitness, which is where our athletic trainer right now has already worked with in the past. He has set up an entire weight room with them and has seen the wear and tear for about 5.5 years, and there's no rust on any of the equipment. He himself has worked with Gronk to set up and install all of it. The $10,000 at the bottom is delivery and assembly fee because they come and install it for us to make sure everything is in the best condition it can be in. And they also continue to work with you for as long as you need to when it comes to replacing and fixing the equipment.
A question that I have for both Senator Burns and Chairperson Peralta. Can you explain what made you want to pursue this project? Why this is a Senate project and your conversations with people in athletics, so their knowledge of this project.
Absolutely. So I'm a captain on the women's lacrosse team. I have been on the lacrosse team for 4 years now. I'm a senior. I have been using the weight room as along with every other athlete and non-athlete since I've been here. And unfortunately, it is just not in the best condition. I think anybody who's used it can absolutely see. I also have a folder with some examples, sorry, that I can pass around with examples of equipment, how rusty, the residue that it leaves, just the health conditions in general, what it leaves on your hand, like. So this has been brought to my attention ever since an athletic representative has had a seat at the table last year, I would say, because it's only been a year now. It was the first thing that students came to me, talking to me about all the equipment.
I really think that it was time to finally get a replacement, especially because Western New England has a good reputation when it comes to our athletes and our winning streaks. So we haven't had the best weight room abilities compared to some of the other schools who we are actually beating.
Anything from Shippers?
Yeah, I mean, similar to what Senator Burns says, as someone who also has used the gym quite a bit. I know myself, friends that I've gone with, people who have come up to me, friends, you name it. I think it's just a shared sentiment among students who use the facility that the equipment in there right now just simply isn't good enough, and we can do a lot better. And as far as, you know, why the finance committee believes this is a good idea for a reserve project, obviously not only will this benefit school for years to come, as Emmy mentioned, it's a great vendor, or sorry, Senator Burns mentioned it's a great vendor. And the athletic coach who has seen the equipment installed for like 5.5 years and still no wear and tear, that's something that we feel very comfortable about. And also, not only does this benefit all of our current students, but as well as grad students, along pretty much anyone who walks foot inside that gym will be able to take advantage of it.
A couple things that I want to quickly add in. So I've also been working on this project for a bit now. We started this when I was finance chair. This has been in the process a lot. A question you're all probably asking yourselves is, why is this something Senate should pay for? That's something I want to talk about from my experience as finance chair. So as most of you know, we have a very large reserve account. A lot of money has gone in since COVID. Because think all that student activities fees, all that money went in there, and it wasn't really allocated for a whole semester. So that all kind of grew the fund. So we've been looking for ways to, meaningfully spend these funds. We've spent a decent amount of money on, stuff on this side of campus. We did the gazebo, fire pits. Not a lot of athletes reap the benefit of the student activities fee. They're all paying this $300 a year fee, and they're really not, getting much of a benefit. And this is something that could, I think, benefit them. We were talking about things we wanted to do in the HLC, but we know this is something that, most students would use, varsity and regular. And then, with the master plan going on, if they decide to do anything with the gym, this is stuff they can move. So this has been well researched. We've worked with administration from athletics to get prices and stuff like that. So this is well researched, and we do think that this is a beneficial for the entire student body. I'll hand it over. I'll see something, and then I'll open it up to any questions or comments.
Just have my voice a little more comfortable up here, so now I can speak what I really wanted to get out. When it comes to the varsity and the general rate room, like you said, a lot of the equipment is movable. So yes, we have the advantage of maybe putting some in general, putting some in varsity, but there's open varsity hours all the time. So general students can use varsity, or varsity students can use general. As the athletic representative, my focus is the athlete. So of course, I'm very excited to get some of the varsity equipment updated, but believe it or not, all the general has seen replacements within the 5 years period, and varsity hasn't. So it's really cool to finally see the updates and see everything that we're getting, it right down the middle. Nevertheless, if we actually get the opportunity to combine both or movable, all the equipment that we can be getting, we have the ability to store it, we can sell it, we can update it. So it's really benefiting everyone in anything.
All right. I'll open the floor up to questions or comments. Vice President.
I was just curious because this is a lot of equipment, which I'm very excited that the gym is actually going to have to be updated. Is this like all the equipment in general? Is there anything outside of this request that athletics is going to be paying for? It's just a curious question on that.
Actually, no, we have nothing out of this request that athletics would be paying for. We, in all honesty, originally wanted to request a lot more. I think that would be taking advantage. A lot of different weight rooms have, I think we're requesting 4 racks. A lot of different weight rooms have about maybe 14 on each side, respectfully, like walking down, there's a rack, there's a rack, there's a rack. That's how a lot. So requesting 4, I think, was a good start to see what the Senate can do for athletics.
All right, thank you. With the understanding that we may have to suspend the agenda, motion to add 5 more minutes to this discussion.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion passes. 5 more minutes added to the discussion. The Vice President Riley and the Chairperson.
You talked a lot about like the maintenance process, which is really great considering that this company that you've been working with has a good reputation with that. Can you just kind of explain like what that process is going to look like to ensure the equipment's longevity for like at least 5 years or whatever?
Yeah, absolutely. So Coach Chris, like I said, he is our athletic trainer right now, and we have a athletic facilities director, Lori May, who we've been working with, and they've been in direct contact with Rock Fitness. So we have been able to see for like our own eyes the wear and tear process, and in general communication, our actual previous vendors typically do not come in and like just fix or replace versus Gronk. We have seen, especially been working with them for the past 5 years, what they are able to do for us. So if we have something break, they're actually there within the week fixing it or taking it out and replacing it. That is why the cost of the delivery and assemble is pretty high, because they're very continuous. It's not like they're here for 3 years and then we're never gonna see them again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Chairperson Marshall.
I was just wondering if, this is approved, is there a, estimated like delivery date that this would be able to be in by?
Great question, actually. So if we got this approved and everything, we needed to find a time where it made more sense, where there's not a lot of athletes or non-athletes using, so we could actually get this done in order to be up and running.
Other questions or comments? Yes, Senator Cleo.
I know that ventilation was a concern, and then like that could possibly lead to earlier rust. Was that looked into at all?
That's actually a huge reason on why we chose Rock Fitness. So we have been in contact with Dave regarding like the room itself, but the wear and tear with the Rock Fitness, actually, there's no rust period. That's why we changed vendors. Like the old vendors we've had, that's the point, like that's the old equipment, but we have new equipment, new vendors, updated technology, there's no rust.
I saw your hand down there.
Just out of curiosity, where does the replaced equipment end up?
So Gronk's actually gonna be taking it. We're gonna be, if it's in better conditioning, we're gonna be donating it. We'll get some that maybe in great condition in varsity to general, or we have permission to be storing it in the basement in case of future things.
Senator Kelly, I saw your hand.
Oh yeah, Senator Goyette made a great point about the HVAC kind of thing with like the air filtration on like even the varsity side and the general weight room. I think we should add like some sort of topic about like talking about how we can maybe solve that problem.
The ventilation you're referring to?
Yeah, because that is like a pretty big issue.
Definitely. So maybe connect with her after and then we can
Yeah.
look into that because I've heard about that too. All right. Other questions or comments? Chairperson.
Just a quick comment, just based off of what Senator Burns was describing, the current condition of the equipment, I would say that this is a long overdue project. It's definitely a shame that it wasn't done sooner, and this is definitely a huge step in correcting that error. So thank you so much for spearheading this and putting this on Senate's table.
Thank you. Other questions or comments? Senator Walton.
I would like to say thank you because I go to the gym every morning and I come back with rust all over me. So I'm very excited for new equipment.
Yes.
I also think it's important to note that about 30% of the student body is student athletes. So I feel like in terms of benefiting the student body, there's a lot of people that can benefit from this. And that's just athletes, let alone the people that use the gym every day. So I think this is a great project.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. I'm super excited about this because again, this is something that, Senate would even be showing the athletes like, we're here to support you and stuff like that. Are other questions or comments or concerns? All right, we will now move to a roll call vote.
Senator Aponte,
Yes.
Senator Amaya,
Yes.
Senator Arias,
Yes.
Senator Boite,
Yes.
Senator Bundy,
Yes.
Senator Burns,
Abstain.
Senator Cloutier,
Yes.
Senator Cody,
Yes.
Senator DeJesus.
Yes.
Senator Jokoto.
Yes.
Senator Goyette,
Yes.
Senator Hunt,
Yes.
Senator Kelly,
Yes.
Senator Mank,
Yes.
Senator Powers.
Yes.
Senator Sayer,
Yes.
Senator Walker,
Abstain.
Senator Walton,
Yes.
Senator Van Zandt, Chairperson Kaufman,
Yes.
Chairperson Marshall.
Yes.
Vice President Riley,
Yeah.
and President Alvord.
Yes.
21-02.
21 yes votes, 0 no votes, and 2 abstentions. Motion passes. super excited about that. All right, so we are likely going to suspend the agenda later, so I'm gonna shift things around a little bit. So next, we're going to do the activations of the clubs who submitted their activation packets, because I do not want this waiting another week, otherwise they can't access their funds. So we're gonna move into activations of the following clubs, so I hand it to you.
So at this time, I would like to make the recommendation that the following level A clubs and organizations receive their $500 allocation. Accounting Association, Actuarial Science Club, Art Club, ASCE, Christian Fellowship, Feminists Unite, First Robotics Club, Forensic Science Club, Gardening Club, Investment Club, Math Club, Pre-Law Society, Psychology Club, Step Squad, and Women in Business.
So moved.
Second.
All right, does anybody have any questions or comments on this? All right, we will move to a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion passes. The following level A organizations will receive their allocation. Okay,
At this time, I would like to make the recommendation that the following level B clubs and orgs receive their $1,000 allocation. ASME, BMES, Cheerleading, Marketing Association, and Society of Women Engineers.
So moved.
Second.
any questions or comments about this? All right, we'll move to a voice vote. All in favor? Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion passes. All right, moving to level C.
At this time, I would like to make the recommendation that the following level C clubs and orgs receive their $1,500 allocation. Baja SAE and Sportman Association.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or comments? We'll move to a voice vote. All in favor? Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion passes. Move to class council.
At this time, I would like to make the recommendation that the 2026 council receive their allocation of $8,000.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or comments? We'll move to a voice vote. All in favor? Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion passes. Okay, we're going to do the last three budget approvals really quickly, and then after that, we'll suspend. So these should be quick.
This time, I would like to make a recommendation that the public safety meet and greet receive an allocation of $258.39.
So moved. Second.
Any questions or comments about this? It's pretty relatively immaterial now. Yes, sure.
I would just like to say this is something that Senate does a lot, so this is a repeat event for us.
Other questions, comments, and concerns? Okay, we'll move to a voice vote. All in favor? Those opposed? Motion passes. Move to Thanksgiving food drive.
This time, I would like to make a recommendation that Thanksgiving food drive be an allocation of $100.
So moved.
Second.
I have a question about this. Is there any specific reason why this wasn't under the finance committee didn't approve this under the immaterial allocation policy? Or just
Yeah, so I was a little confused, and unfortunately Chairperson Barrett Miller couldn't be here today.
Okay.
Because we were going to do all of these as one.
Okay.
Over.
I see. Okay, thank you.
But later, after the agenda was published, we learned that it was three separate, not one together.
Good to know. All right. So that answers my question. All right, any questions or comments about this? All right, we'll move to a voice vote. All in favor? Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion passes. All right, move to Stuff Cruiser.
I would like to make the recommendation that the Stubber Cruiser event receive an allocation of $50.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or comments? All right, we'll move to a voice vote. All in favor? Those opposed? Abstaining? Motion passes. And motion to suspend the rest of the agenda for the beginning of next meeting. All in favor? Opposed? Abstaining? Motion passes. All right, finish this, Also, no, most meetings aren't going to be like this. Just have a lot of budget votes at the beginning of the semester, but later on, they're not gonna be this budget oriented, just because we're doing them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was like great sale, like you're.
Yeah.